Rafa, brother, you told me something the other day was quite puzzling, to be honest. I couldn't quite believe it, but you're talking about immigration.
Yes.
And like who's legal in this country and who's not. And I thought if someone came over the border, say 20 years ago, and they had a family here, got married to maybe an American, they're good to go. But you're saying no.
Exactly. And that's the big problem. First, my name is Rafael Mariano, and I'm a licensed attorney here in the United States and also in Brazil. And you're absolutely right. So this is a big problem. That's a question that I see very often. And very often, the people are not provided with the correct answer. So this is the deal. If you arrived in the United States without a visa, all right? You are an illegal immigrant, all right? And more often than not, you're not going to be able to fix your status here. Even though a lot of attorneys are going to charge you thousands of dollars, they're going to tell you that they can do it.
Knowing the truth. They're gonna
knowing the truth, yes. And that's wrong, and that's why we are doing that, scammers.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. If you cross the border without a visa, even if you marry an American citizen, by the time you file your petition to fix your status, once the petition is approved, you're gonna have to go back to your country and wait there to fix your status. And that's a big problem, right? Because a lot of attorneys fail to tell the people who are here for years and have a family that's gonna happen.
Right.
And the big problem is when you're sent back to your country, you're gonna stay there for 3 years, up to 10 years. And
3 years, you can't be not less than 3 years?
Usually not. There is like a mandatory ban, and you have to be there between 3 to 10 years. And of course, look, there are exceptions, there are waivers, but the waivers are really, really rare. The great majority of people are going to have to leave the country and stay there in your country between 3 and 10 years, and maybe you'll never be able to come back. You have to wait there and fix your status there.
This doesn't sound good. What are people supposed to do? They have a family here, they're married to an American, they have their lives here.
Exactly.
What are they supposed to do?
That's a big problem. That's the misconception that you see the people are not talking about. You don't see that on media. People think that, well, if I marry an American citizen, or if I have a kid who is an American citizen, I'm done, I'm fine. No, you're wrong. If that happens and you file a petition, you're going to be sent back to your country, and you're going to have to be there between 3 to 10 years. Again, there are exceptions, there are waivers, but they do not apply to the majority of people.
Wow. And what about the people that come here legally but then stay on?
Yeah, that's a different situation. That's another misconception, because you put everybody in the same bag and call everybody legal immigrants, right? So if you arrive here with a visa, doesn't matter what kind of visa, right? Tourist visa, for example, and you overstay your visa, right? Technically, you're not an illegal immigrant.
Right.
You overstay your visa, so you are out of status. In that case, your situation a little bit better, because if you overstay, you stay here a few months, a few years, you meet a person who you love, or whatever is the situation, you guys get married, and then on that situation, you are able to fix your status while here in the United States. Wow. You do not have to go back to your country. So it's a much better situation. Yeah.
Wow. This is new news to me, because I honestly thought if you're married to an American or something, you're good to go.
I know, and I think that's news to the majority of people, because I see that question often, and the great majority of people, as I say, received the incorrect information, and unfortunately they were charged.
Right.
To be given that.
Yeah, there's a lot of
incorrect.
There's a lot of shady people in the law profession.
Oh, for sure. As in any other profession, right? And that's why I'm doing this. And
cool. Well, what about so if anyone has any questions, leave them in the comments below.
Yeah, just leave in the comments below. Yeah.
Cool, Rafa. Thanks, man. I hope that helps some people out.
Thank you. I hope so too.